Are you looking to beautify your property? Look no further than Jackson's Gap Clay and Gravel Company, owned by Bradley Riddle. We offer top-quality dirt work, gravel services, and more to help enhance the look and functionality of your outdoor space. Whether you need materials for a landscaping project or are looking to create a new driveway, our team has got you covered. Contact us today to learn more about how Bradley and his team can help bring your vision to life. Go Tigers!
All right, hey everybody, we're here at Miller's on Broadnax. We're week 6, Josh. It's run by fast, man. I tell you what, just like the other day, our first one was here, and we didn't have a clue what we were doing. I'm not sure we still do. I know, but we're thankful for those of you that's still sticking around to watch the show. But tell us what you had tonight to eat.
Man, I had the old special. I got the 3 chicken fingers with the fries and Alabama white sauce, man. You know, and those are smoked and then fried chicken fingers. Ooh. Man. I
like the sound of
that. They're special, man. Yeah, they're really good.
Well, yeah, man, we're so thankful for Miller's on Broadnax here and that southernly twisted cuisine. So you guys come on out on Tuesday nights, and don't forget about that. Come on out and eat and hang around and get to talk to these student athletes. They love to talk to you guys, and so thank you for that support. But Josh, let's talk about last week.
Okay.
Went down to Reeltown and rivalry game. Great atmosphere.
Yeah, it was.
Always a great atmosphere. Didn't quite turn out like we wanted.
No. Well, I'll tell you, yes, the scoreboard was what it was. And I hate to, keep on talking about moral victories here. But just from my perspective, the offensive line looked better than it looked all year.
Absolutely.
We moved the ball offensively better than we moved all year. Other than the big plays that they had, I thought our defense did pretty decent.
Big pass plays.
Big pass plays. Well, Smith was the quarterback's name.
Really great.
He's a sophomore quarterback.
Great arm.
I heard that he was like, for the class of 2027, he's the #1 baseball recruit in the state of Alabama. He can already throw in the 90s. And so he was throwing frozen ropes 60 yards.
Yeah, he was.
And now they also had receivers that had elephant snot on their hands or something, man. And I'm telling you, because they did not drop passes.
Right.
But that being said, we got inside the 10-yard line 3 different times. And if we score every time we're in the red zone, that is a tie football game at the end of the ball game. So it is not as dire as it seems.
Right. I agree.
It is not. We just got to, as you may know, we have a young football team.
Yeah.
And, man, we talked to we're going to talk to 2 sophomores tonight that are offensive and defensive players of the game. And, so the future's bright.
It is.
Coach McKelvey, he just needs to stay the course. I am really liking what I'm seeing. And, one thing, Clint, that's one thing you can tell a good football coach is he made adjustments, okay? He'd say, okay, well, let's try this. Let's try this. You're not going to live or die by something.
Yeah.
So that is the thing that I like about Chad is that he is moving and shaking, trying to figure out what's going to work. And I think we found something that worked.
I agree. You mentioned the offensive line. We made some changes up front, and we're going to talk to Dayton here in a little bit.
Yeah, moved Dayton Lankert to center.
Moved him center.
Moved Benton Baker out to tackle. With his speed, he can get out there and touch that defensive end. Moved Wilkerson. Brought him.
Yeah, Key hadn't been playing.
Man, I'm going to tell you what, I was very impressed with Key, number 71, and out there at tackle. That's the first time he's played offensive tackle this year.
Yeah.
And he looked wonderful out there, man. He really sealed the edge.
Yeah, so, we moved the ball, and we did really good in that aspect. And so a lot of bright things to take through it and, take from it. And so I think we're headed in the right direction. And
of course, you always hate to lose to your rival.
That's right. Yeah.
But at the same time, we're still growing, and this is growing pains, people.
That's right.
This is something that nobody expected us to, with a first-year head coach, with a vastly depleted kind of football team and go win state.
Right.
I mean, nobody in their right mind thought that. So this is just a part of it, and I feel like the wins are coming, baby. Just better be ready.
That's right. Well, hey, we got some more band footage we want to show you guys from last week. We had some more, but just for time's sake, we didn't put it in there. So check out this right here. What's the reason that you would tell someone to come join the band?
I think there's a lot of reasons to be in band. I think the main one, music-wise, is having that musical talent is something you're never going to lose. And I feel like having that, you'll always have it for the rest of your life. And these are people that, you'll know and have memories with for the rest of your life. So I definitely say that's a big thing. And I feel like another big thing is you create these relationships with people, and they end up, especially being involved in band since you're young, they're with you until the end, and it's a great thing to be involved in. And not only do we get to perform for football games, but we also go to competition, and our first one is this Saturday in Phoenix City. So a little shout out there, but you can't beat this family that we have, and I would say that's another thing that you never lose in band.
It's playing all these different songs, learning all these different skills, and meeting all these new people. It really breaks you out of your shell.
I think the main reason why people should join band is because it's just one big family. No matter how much we fuss and fight, we always make up in the end and start laughing together and just have fun together.
I would have to say it's just a good getaway from whatever is going on in your home life, because it takes you away from that, and it, I would say, distracts you and gives you a whole new family to be a part of, and you get to learn new skills and create these new relationships that help you and that you'll learn to love too.
All right, last question. What's something fun that you'd like to share about Coach Russell?
Well, anything we say, Coach Russell, we're out of love. I think one of my funniest memories with Coach Russell, and I know a lot of people probably agree, is when he came out last year in the homecoming pep rally and went down into a full split in a cheerleader uniform. Because I feel like that describes Coach Russell to a T. So I think that's one of my funniest memories with Coach Russell.
My funniest memory was with Coach Russell. Well, he says it like every time we are not paying attention or listening. He always says, I'm gonna come out these shoes and I'm like gonna tie them. Like, and he gets so, I don't know, he's just so animated. Yeah, animated.
I love Coach Russell to death, but one thing about him is when he say, let's do it again, he is not talking about we're going to do it one more time. We're going to do it 5,000 more times.
The thing that kills me the most about Coach Russell is he could be chewing us out and like not happy with us at all, but you cannot take him serious when he's getting on to you, because he makes a joke about something and then he's like, why are y'all laughing? And we're like, because you're hilarious. So that's my favorite thing about him, is he can never take anything too serious.
And then he's like, what's so funny? We're like, it's the jokes you're making. Because he makes it lighthearted. And he does, like, when he does get on to us, he, like, smiles and kind of laughs about it. To make it, I guess, make it to where we're not so, like, down about it and beat up. Yeah. That's about it.
And then he'll say, like, we'll be in the middle of probably him just like letting us have it. And then one thing he'll always say is, if we're sitting in the band room and people are sitting in their seats, he's like, I'm about to fly up and get y'all. I'm about to fly out of my shoes and come get y'all from where y'all are sitting. So yeah, he's always gonna have a little funny saying. Anytime you talk to him, he's always gonna say something that'll make you laugh. And we love it about Coach Russell.
He's even threatened about throwing a drumstick at someone.
We love you, Coach Russell.
We love you. So, anyways, what y'all eat Saturday?
I'm about to fly up there when I didn't tie my shoes. What y'all always do? Y'all always come here talk. But y'all never want to put no work in. We're going to come to the Phoenix City, and we're going to have nothing on the phone. Two. All across the board.
Death could not hold you. Failed to before you. You silenced the boast I've seen and great. The heavens are roaring. The praise of your glory. For you are raised to life again. You have no rival. You have no.
All right, welcome back, everybody. We are here at Miller's on Broadnax. We got Coach Harrison here messing with Dayton Lankard, getting him riled up a little bit. But this segment sponsored by First Baptist Church Dadeville. If you're looking for a home church or just a place to co-worship, come visit us at First Baptist Church Dadeville, and we'd love to have you there. So tonight's winner of our offensive streak award is Dayton Lankard. Dayton, it's so good to meet you. This is my first time to meet Dayton. I've seen him on the football field, but never been able to meet him in person. So we're glad to have you tonight, man. Thank you for coming. Yeah, absolutely. So tell us what position you play. Some watching may not know what position you play or positions, and what responsibilities do you have during a game?
Well, I play offensive line, I play center, and I play defensive tackle.
Okay, defensive tackle.
Yes, sir.
Now, which one do you prefer or like the best sometimes?
I like to get on defense a lot.
Defense?
Yeah.
Kind of get loose a little bit.
Hit somebody.
That's good. That's right. So, tell us what grade you're in and when you started playing football.
I'm in the 11th grade.
11th grade, okay. Junior?
And I started in my 7th grade year.
7th grade year? Wow, okay. So you're still hanging in there. That's great, man. We appreciate you doing that. And so walk us through, you can choose both or maybe one of those positions because they're a little different in how you prepare. But how do you prepare individually and as a team every week for the game?
Our O-line will get together and talk about the plays and get everything ready, you know. And then on defense, we'll kind of do the same thing.
Yeah.
Talk it all out. Tell them like what our responsibilities are.
Now, so do y'all watch the opposing team footage and kind of see what their tendencies are?
Yes, sir.
And then you look at yourselves and kind of see what y'all can improve on? Is that what you do?
Yes, sir.
Awesome. What do you enjoy most about? Now, I was an offensive lineman too, defensive line too, but what do you enjoy most about playing offensive line?
How our whole offensive line can come together as a family. You know, we can talk about plays and talk about how we need to do this better, or if somebody needs to pick it up a little bit.
Yeah,
and get everything started.
Yeah, there's really a brotherhood there amongst offensive linemen because it's a little different on defense. But offensive linemen, for those of you that may not know, is there's a lot of communication that's got to go on. Everybody's kind of got to know what to do in different situations because defenses like to disguise what they're doing. They may twist up front. They may stunt. They may do things that to try to confuse you guys. So that tight-knitness is key, I think, to being successful up front. Wouldn't you agree?
Yes, sir.
Absolutely. So how do you balance the physical demands of playing football and also being a good student in the classroom?
Mostly just sitting there and getting my work done so I don't have to worry about it whenever I go to football practice. Yeah. So it'll just restart the next day, get it done, and then go to football practice.
Right. So now, do you like school? You do? All right. Now, I did too. I really loved math. I wasn't really big into English, and it shows. I'm not a good writer. And sometimes the way I formulate sentences, you can tell I didn't pay attention a lot in English class. So I apologize to my teachers. So as a junior, what are your goals and aspirations for the rest of this season? We know that things got off to a rocky start, but I'm telling you, I want to brag on you. Is why you're here tonight. Is you had a heck of a game against Realton. Now the scoreboard didn't show that, but you held your own against 77. Was a big old boy. He was a big old boy, right? And you were probably a little apprehensive going into that game because you got to see him on footage all week. But you did really good, man, and we're proud of how you held up in that game. And what are your goals and aspirations, maybe as an individual, as a lineman, but also as a team, as a unit? What are y'all's goals?
I think we need to come together a little bit more, and just keep on going with it.
Yeah. Now, when you say come together, are you saying get bought into the system and the process?
Yeah.
Yeah. And there really is a process, and it's not a light switch. A lot of people, and I know you know this, but a lot of people watching may not understand. It's not a light switch that you can just turn on and fix everything. It's a process, and everybody's got to buy in. And everybody's got to be moving in the right direction. So that's part of that brotherhood we talked about, and this key. I know a lot of times all of us linemen, we would go hang out a little bit at times, to kind of keep that going, right?
Yeah.
What would you like to say to those guys watching right now that they're on the fence about playing football? What would you like to say to them about your experience and about coming out and playing football?
It's been amazing. I've loved it ever since I started. I didn't want to sign up for it at first, but as I started getting into it, started to love it more and more.
Yeah.
It became a part of my life.
Absolutely, man. I remember my 7th grade year, I was so nervous I wanted to throw up before practice. I mean, the guys looked huge, and I wasn't a small guy. I mean, in the 7th grade, I was 6 foot, around 6'1", but it didn't matter because it was the unknown, But, man, when we got out there and you get through that first little drill, and you're like, man, this isn't so bad. Until you get to the running part, and you're like, oh, man, but it's not really that bad. But it teaches you a lot in life. And that's what my next question. What is this season, or maybe just your experience in football? What has it taught you about life, and how do you think it's helping prepare you for life?
I think it shows me not to quit. Just to keep going no matter what the score is or anything.
Right. Because once you quit, it's a whole lot easier to quit after that. It makes it easier, and we're really good about our human nature to justify things and what we do. So, how have you enjoyed this new coaching staff?
I love it.
Love it?
Yeah, I like everything about it. It feels more like a family,
Yeah.
I feel like we're more brought together as a team now.
Absolutely. Well, that's wonderful, man. Well, Dayton, man, we're so glad you joined us tonight. And before I let you go, what would you like to say to Dadeville Tiger Nation for those watching?
Come out there and support us and show us some love.
That's right. Keep coming, right?
Yeah.
Well, man, keep improving, man. We appreciate it so much. And thank you so much, Dayton.
Meet Haley McKelvey, a seasoned realtor at Big Fish Real Estate, known for her exceptional dedication and commitment to her clients' real estate success. With a proven track record of delivering results, Haley brings a combination of expertise and enthusiasm to every transaction. Whether you're buying or selling, trust Haley McKelvey to exceed your expectations and guide you through a seamless and rewarding real estate journey. Contact Haley McKelvey today and experience the difference of working with a true professional in the industry.
Welcome back to DTN here at the Tigers Den. Miller's on Broadnax. This segment is brought to you by Russell Do-It Center. For all your home improvement needs, go see Booney at Russell Do-It Center. Tell them Clint McKelvey sent you. They might cut you a deal. But this segment right here is the Ambush Award, and as you know, this is our excellent defensive player of the week. And for this award is Mr. Dakari Daniels. Man, congratulations, Dakari.
Thank you.
And we appreciate you coming tonight. Got a few questions we want to ask you. Man, first and foremost, what does it mean to win the Ambush Award?
It means a lot to me because this year I really developed my game from last year. So early.
All right. Well, we can tell on the field, man. You're making some good strides out there. We appreciate you I know you play your guts out. So tell us what position you play and what your responsibilities are during the football game.
I play linebacker. My responsibility is to have the defensive line where they need to be lined up and make tackles.
There you go. Headhunter, right?
Yes, sir.
That's right. So tell us what what grade you're in.
I'm a sophomore. I'm in the 10th grade.
All right. Dadeville Tiger Nation, the future is bright. All right. So when did you start playing football?
So when I was in like 4th grade, I played for like a travel team, but I only played for like a year. And I started focusing on school. And then when I moved down here, I started playing my 9th grade year.
Okay. Where are you originally from?
Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Yes,
all right. Okie, huh? All right. So how do you prepare each week to get ready for a game?
You know, just make sure my body is right over the week. And then film. Gotta watch film.
That's right. That's very, very important, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Knowing what your opponent's going to do, that's good. And also watching your own film, right, to see how maybe you can improve from week to week, correct?
Yes, sir.
That's right. What do you enjoy the most about playing defense?
I like the hitting. And every time we get a tackle, I love when the crowd celebrates. I love the noise.
There's nothing like it, is it? There's nothing like, especially when you fold somebody up like a lawn chair. That's a good feeling when the crowd goes,
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's good. It's great. So, well, let me ask you this, man. How do you balance the physical demands of playing football with the academic and other commitments? Say a job too.
I just really focus on my school. Football comes second.
There you go.
So that's it.
Okay. All right. So you're good in the classroom, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, man. That's good. Student first. All right. So let me ask you this: as a sophomore, what are your goals? What are your aspirations for the remaining time left during the season?
My goal for the whole team is to make playoffs because we still have a chance.
Yeah, still got a chance.
Still have a chance at that. But my goal is to just improve my game more by the end of the season so I can get ready for next year.
Okay. Always room for improvement, right?
Yes, sir.
Hard work pays off. Never go half speed, right? It's always full speed, right?
Yes, sir.
One of the things that I learned when I played a little football back in the day too. One of the things I learned, man, usually people when they're not hustling, that tends to get people hurt. When you're out there going half speed or even 3/4 speed, usually somebody's looking to hit you in the chin, and when you're loafing out there, you'll get hit, and 9 times out of 10 you might get hurt. So going full speed is very important, and I see you doing that all the time. I call the games for the radio, and man, I call your number quite often. So you're doing good, buddy.
Thank you.
So what would you like to say to those guys watching right now that's not playing football, but are undecided on whether or not to play next year? What would you say to them?
Y'all should just come out and try it, see if you like it. The time will tell if you like it, you'll stay. If it's not for you, you'll find something else.
But give it a chance, right?
Yeah, give it a chance. For sure.
It's easy to make that decision not to play, going into summer workouts, right? Because it's going to be hot. You're going to have to be running. You're going to have to be working out. That's a commitment. So, but also you got to realize through that commitment comes excellence too. You're going to be stronger. You're going to be faster. You're going to be better for it. So, like he says, hey, you heard it from the horse's mouth. Come out and try it, guys. So, last question. What do you got to say to Dadeville Tiger Nation?
Thank y'all for coming out and supporting us. We really need it. And go Tigers.
All right. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. Star Daniels. All right.
We get it. Easy isn't always easy. A simple paint job turns into drywall quick. At Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply, we got you covered. With 9 locations across central Alabama, contractors and do-it-yourselfers can trust we have your back. Our experienced staff is here to be the voice of reason when projects get tough. Whether online or in-store, shop all the best brands with our Best Rewards loyalty program. Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply, local since 1984.
This segment's brought to you by Lake Martin Creamery. For all your custard needs and sweet treats, head on down to Lake Martin Creamery and get you something great, and I promise you, you won't regret it. We have here tonight for our Tiger Spotlight segment, Luke Walker. Luke, is so glad to have you here tonight, and so glad for you to join us. So just start off by telling us a little bit about yourself and what grade you're in.
So my name's Luke Walker. I'm a senior this year, and you know.
All right. So how long have you been playing football?
This is actually only my second year of football. So I just started last year in 11th grade. So.
11th grade. Okay. So tell us a little bit about what are some things that you love most about playing football?
I love the intensity of it. I love like everybody trying their hardest, and I also love the camaraderie of it and everybody trying to come together for one good cause.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that intensity, man, it can get addictive, can it?
It can.
On Friday nights?
It can.
Yeah. And football is a brotherhood, man. But you also learn how to work through adversity,
absolutely,
teamwork, and things about life that you just can't learn anywhere else. So that brings me to my next question, a great lead-in. What has this coaching staff taught you through the game of football?
Well, they really taught me like how to get through stuff, like mentally, like if you're struggling in a situation, it's really a huge thing of like just mentally working yourself through it and physically, because football is huge, both of those. Like last year was a struggle for me because it's a new thing for me and I struggled through it, and it's just them helping you along to get mentally and physically ready for what's about to happen.
Yeah. Well, listen, man, I want to commend you for trying something new and doing that. A lot of people, getting over that fear of starting something new a little bit later in your high school days, that was hard, I know, and you're probably nervous, weren't you?
I was real nervous for it. The hardest part was just signing up.
Yeah.
It's easier after that. So.
Yeah. But look, you survived, you're alive, and you're learning from it. So that's great. That's what it's about. So tell us some things about you that we may not know in the Dadeville community.
I don't really know. Let's see. Well, I used to play, before I started football, I played soccer for like 6 years of my life. And that's the sport I probably played the most before. It's probably the biggest thing about me.
Soccer.
Yep.
Yeah. Did you play at a rec league?
I played rec league, and then I played a year of it at Ellick City Middle School.
Okay. Yeah. Man, I love soccer. It's about endurance, but it teaches you a lot of good how to have good footwork, things like that.
Absolutely.
So let me ask you some fun questions here, so that we can just get to know you.
All right.
What's your idea of a perfect weekend for you?
Ooh, perfect weekend? Probably me not working and having a lot of sleep, eating a lot of good food too.
Man, you sound like me. Did you read my mind? That's great. I think a lot of people would agree with you there, Luke. Not having to work or just no responsibilities for a weekend, getting to sleep and rest up. I mean, that's really crucial, especially one day if you're blessed enough to have a family. I mean, man, that break sometimes is well needed.
Absolutely.
So if you could go anywhere in the world and money did not matter, no cap, right?
Yeah.
Where would you go and what would you do?
Wow. I'd probably go to Paris.
Paris?
And try all that good food they got down there and go see the Eiffel Tower. Some good sightseeing, a lot of good food.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So you would just go one place or?
Probably travel around Europe.
Okay.
See what it has to offer.
Yeah.
Germany, Britain, everywhere.
Yeah. I've always been intrigued by Australia and New Zealand, that area. I don't really know why, but I've always been attracted to that area. I would love to go there one day, but to get over there is just
too many spiders.
I mean, it's like a 24-hour flight, I think, So they got a lot of stuff that can eat you and kill you.
Absolutely.
So what are some of your goals and aspirations after you graduate high school? What do you want to go and do?
Well, I'm planning on going to UAB after high school and going into neurology. So that's my main goal.
Awesome.
Or anything in the medical profession, really.
Okay. So when I get old one day and you can check my brain and everything.
I guess. I'll try my best.
There you go. That's right. That's right. Well, we got Harold over here. He can help you out and show you the ropes on that. So what's your favorite food?
Ooh, a good steak. A really good cooked steak is probably my favorite food. Absolutely.
What are your side options?
It's good old French fries.
Oh, French fries?
French fries, mashed potatoes.
See, I know where you're going with that, but I like a good baked potato that's loaded. Cheese, bacon, sour cream, just loaded up, butter. Because if I'm going steak, I'm not worried about my calorie intake. I'm just, it's a complete blowout.
You already eating a steak, might as well.
That's right. That's right. Live it up a little bit. So before we let you go, are you Alabama or Auburn?
Oh, absolutely Alabama.
Alabama, roll tide, man.
Roll tide.
We got some naysayers over here in the crowd.
Always gonna be haters.
That's right. That's right. Well, Luke, listen, man, we're so glad you came to join us tonight. Thank you for that. Thank you for what you're doing and bringing to the football program. I saw you made a tackle on special teams the other night, and you did really good in making that tackle. I saw you get a little pumped up there.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Yes, sir. Absolutely.
That's right. Well, that's what it's about. So we want to thank you, Luke, and go Tigers.
Go Tigers.
Lake Martin Creamery is your go-to spot for cones, shakes, blasts, sundaes, ice cream cakes, hot dogs, and more. Stop by and see us at the coolest place at the lake, where we put the cuss in custard. Located at the corner of Highway 49 and County Road 34, around the corner from Lake Martin Pizza.
Hello Tiger fans. We would like to thank Lake Martin Liquidation for their support of Dadeville Tiger Nation. They are located at 2834 Dadeville Road in Alexander City, Alabama. They have everything you need and something that you are looking for. Go see Candace and Lindsay and give them a follow on their Facebook page.
All right, welcome back to DTN here at Miller's on Broadnax, the Tigers Den. Hey, good show. It's been great. Interviews were great. This segment right here is our wrap-up. It's brought to you by Lake Martin Liquidation out on Dadeville Road in Alexander City. Go see Candace and Lindsay, and they got some great stuff out there. Look at their Facebook page. They've always got stuff going on. So right now, Clint, we want to talk about Lee Scott Academy.
Lee Scott.
Next game coming up.
The hillside.
The hillside.
You got to sit on the hillside.
This is their first year in public sports. They've always been a private school, and which we won't get into the politics of that. I might talk about it a little bit, but I don't think it's exactly fair that we have to play teams that get to recruit. And you can call it, they don't recruit. Well, don't worry about your tuition this year. That's the kind of stuff that I know that goes on. So, if they can run, jump, swim, you don't have to pay your tuition. So,
well, the thing about Lee Scott is, man, they're a solid football team,
right?
And they're well coached. Got to see film on them, and man, they're a solid team. And what they do really well,
right?
And so we got a tall task,
right? Well, they're going to be well coached, like you were saying. Their personnel is going to be where they're supposed to be.
Got some big boys up front.
Right.
Got a couple big boys.
Right.
But I tell you what, here's one thing that I'm going to say, that they don't have anything that we haven't faced already this year. It's a matter of execution.
Now, how did they match up with Randolph County?
They matched up pretty good for the first half, and then Randolph County
pulled away.
I think they made some adjustments and really pulled away toward the end of the game. And but the first half, they hung in there. They did well.
Right.
Like I said, what they do really well. But we're not going to face anything that we haven't seen. I think it's going to come down to us making the plays we got to make, and putting the hat on a hat and staying on our blocks.
Right.
I went back and looked at the real time film, and we're just generally 1 or 2 blocks away.
Yeah.
And just guys that just need to stay on the blocks a little bit longer.
Well, talking to some of the guys, and the thing I noticed during that football game, in the fourth quarter, those guys were still getting after it.
Yeah.
And they were still playing as hard as they could. And A lot of teams would have already started hanging their heads, and but they were still out there hitting people, and they were still trying their best to score touchdowns. They were trying their best to prevent touchdowns, and that's all you can ask from those guys. And two, talking to these kids tonight, they're still wanting to get better.
Yeah,
they're still wanting to get better. They're wanting to get stronger. They're wanting to eventually put this get together.
Yeah,
and
I could sense that from Dayton. That's one of the things that he said is he actually said though they got to buy in a little more.
That's right.
They're getting there. They're working in the right way. Working in the right direction. But you can sense from him we still got to buy in even more to what coaches are trying to get out of them. And like I said, it takes time, but they're getting there.
I agree.
And it's going to come together one night.
Right.
And it's going to be pretty.
Well, it's kind of like it's so strange. How sometimes you'll have that football team where it seems like every Friday night, it all just comes together for them. Like the ball rolls their way. Mm-hmm. This, bless their heart, this team has not had a ball roll their way yet.
Yeah, that's right.
It just hadn't. It's just been kind of snake bit season right here. So, but like we were saying, this I feel like we're on the right direction, man. Mm-hmm. We're going in the right direction.
And think about what these guys are learning about life lessons, because how many times in life we get up some days like, man, is anything going to go my way this
I'm just going to roll over and go to sleep.
Yeah, but you can't, right?
That's
Especially
right.
One day some of these guys are going to have families, hopefully, and be good dads and fathers and husbands, and they got to get up and go to work when they don't feel like
That's right.
And I know sometimes when you get beat, Monday practice is tough.
It is.
But you get up, you do it, and you learn, and you grow up. And so I'm so proud of these guys that have stuck in there, hung in there, and keep hanging in there. And just work on that brotherhood and growing closer together and keep getting better.
Well, what's that old saying? You learn more through mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
And, I hate to say it, but I think they're learning a lot right now.
That's right.
But that's, in turn, that's going to be good. I hate to harken back. I harken back to my dad's career. Talked a lot about it. They were 0-22.
Wow.
Going into or 2 games into his junior year, and I don't know if they ever thought they were going to win another football game.
Right, that's tough.
But through all those losses, they learned, they got better. Yeah. And by the junior and senior year, they actually had a really, really good football team. Mm-hmm. It's just that those kind of things build character too.
That's right.
Because, they weren't afraid of losing.
Right.
They was going to go out there and hit you in the mouth.
That's right.
These guys, guess what? They've lost. They're not afraid of losing.
Right.
But by God, they're hungry and they want to win.
Hungry. That's right.
And
I hope that's what we see Friday night.
Right.
Is we get after it, we hit somebody in the mouth, and we execute at the highest level, and we know we can, and we stay on our blocks. And I'm telling you, you just never know at the end of the night.
That's right. We're going to beat somebody we're not supposed to beat. I'm just telling you.
That's right.
So.
That's right. Yeah. Well, listen, guys, thank y'all so much for tuning in for week 6. It's week 6. You heard it right. Thank you so much. And listen, come on out here to Miller's and get you something to eat and meet some of these student athletes. And we're going to try to get the band and cheerleaders back here one night.
All right.
If we can get it worked out all together. And we're going to rock this place out. We're going to rock the town square. So we want you all to be here. So start coming out and being a part of this. Thank y'all so much. And go Tigers.
Go Tigers.